Good morning. My name is Maureen Chung. Welcome to Daily Devotion of March the 22nd. The passage is taken from Matthew chapter 22, verse 15 to 33, and there are other parallel passages in Mark 12 and Luke 20. The title is Walking Through the Traps. Then the Pharisees went out and laid plans to trap him in his words. They sent their disciples to him along with the Herodians. "Teacher," they said, "we know that you are a man of integrity and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. You aren't swayed by others because you pay no attention to who they are. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it right to pay the imperial tax to Caesar or not?" But Jesus, knowing their evil intent, said, "You hypocrites, why are you trying to trap me? Show me the coin used for paying the tax." They brought him a denarius, and he asked them, "Whose image is this, and whose inscription?" "Caesar's," they replied. Then he said to them, "So give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." When they heard this, they were amazed. So they left him and went away. That same day, the Sadducees, who say there is no resurrection, came to him with a question. "Teacher," they said, "Moses told us that if a man dies without having children, his brother must marry the widow and raise up offsprings for him. Now, there were 7 brothers among us. The first one married and died. Since he had no children, he left his wife to his brother. The same thing happened to the second and third brother, right down to the 7th. Finally, the woman died. Now then, at the resurrection, whose wife will she be of the 7, since all of them were married to her?" Jesus replied, "You are in error because you do not know the scriptures or the power of God. At the resurrection, people will neither marry nor be given in marriage. They will be like the angels in heaven. But about the resurrection of the dead, have you not read what God said to you? 'I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.' He's not the God of the dead, but the living." When the crowds heard this, they were astonished at his teaching. During the period of Lent, we continue with Jesus on the Tuesday of the Passion Week. Since the triumphal entry into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, he and his disciples have been sleeping over in Bethany, just 3.5 kilometers to the east. At the temple, he is challenged by the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the elders. Today, we look at the challenge by the Pharisees and the Herodians regarding paying taxes to Caesar, and the challenge by the Sadducees regarding marriage at the resurrection. Let's first understand the 3 groups who are challenging Jesus. The Pharisees are the scholars and keepers of Moses' laws. They are the religion police of the day, trying to keep every Jew in line for their cultural survival under Roman rule. They are the nationalists. The Herodians support King Herod and his descendants as the legitimate rulers. Thereby, they are supporters of Roman rule. Their common hatred for Jesus has made them strange bedfellows. They gang up to trick Jesus with the issue of paying taxes. The Sadducees are sophisticated Jews who believe that the 5 books of Moses, which are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, have special authority and are experts in the temple and its related rituals. They have a strong influence in Jerusalem. Unlike the Pharisees, they do not believe in the resurrection. Hence, they challenge Jesus in the issue of marriage at the resurrection. So Jesus, as an outsider, has enemies from many sides. In the first issue of paying taxes to Caesar, if Jesus answered yes, the Pharisees would cast him as being disloyal to the nation of Israel. If Jesus answered no, the Herodians would hand him over to the Romans for treason. Jesus sees that evil intent and calls them hypocrites. He asks them to show him a coin. Pointing at the image and inscription, he says, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." Wisely, he diffuses the potentially explosive situation. In the second issue of marriage at the resurrection, the Sadducees misuse the intent of Moses' Levirate law, which is written in Deuteronomy chapter 25, verses 5 to 6. And that was meant to protect widows and continue the family line rather than to imply resurrection or the lack of it. The Sadducees are using this question to see which side Jesus is on. As he answers, he shows he's on the side of scriptures and the power of God. There is no marriage in heaven. Since they are staunch adherents of the 5 books of Moses, Jesus quotes from Exodus chapter 3, verse 6 to prove that God is the God of the living. There is resurrection. As I walk with Jesus on his journey to Calvary, I can see how he is walking through the traps of his enemies. He teaches from the Bible by the revealed will of the Father. He does not play party politics with the religious leaders in Jerusalem. Oddly, even his enemies inadvertently made the right evaluation about his character. They said, "Teacher, we know you are a man of integrity and that you teach the way of God in accordance to the truth. You aren't swayed by men because you pay no attention of who they are." Their false flattery happens to be the truth about Jesus. Integrity is very important because it is God's character. There is no hidden agenda or secret motive in what he does or says. He is transparent and honest. He treats everyone fairly without partiality. This is what I would like to imitate. Since death is our ultimate experience on planet Earth, it is better to die for truth than to die for falsehood. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. To prepare myself for death, I pray and work towards being pure in heart. Respect people from all walks of life, regardless of socioeconomic status and background. Speak truth boldly, as Jesus does to the power of the day. I might end up persecuted with Jesus till death, but at least I shall not be Christ's enemy, but his friend. Walking with him through the traps is an honor. By remaining with him, I shall not be afraid. He knows how to diffuse a situation if necessary. Even if he chooses to do, I shall be content to hear him say, "I tell you the truth, today you will be with me in paradise." And that is very good indeed. Thank you for joining me. May God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you.